Hey guys, welcome to Battle Bay. Today we have a new update, version 3.2, and the biggest thing in this new update is the new cannon that is added. It's called the Gatling Gun, and I have it right here on my shooter. Here are the stats for it. I have all the talents used for the cannon, for the gun, Gatling Gun. It's tier 4 epic. Level 31, it's not maxed yet. Huge thanks to the developer team from Battle Bay. They sent me this gift and also a few others from the tubers, for example. It's a really nice weapon and it's really fun to use. It's very different from what we've been using, all the cannons and flares and all. It's a new item, and it's a change, and it's nice. The other things that were added with the update was a major thing, that was they removed the gear loop and the rudder. Now everyone in Battle Bay who plays today really don't like the gear loop and the rudder. I personally like the rudder. I use it on my speeder, and I liked it, but it wasn't a really great item for it, so I'm not that affected by it. But if you have a gear loop or a rudder, you could transmute it, and you could get basically, it's a trade. You can transmute it and get the same level, same tier of another blue item. For example, if you have a tier 4 epic rudder and you transmute it, you can trade in for tier 4 epic big shield or turbo, anything. So that's good. Next thing they added was this new camera mode, which I will get to talking about it later. The other change was that they removed 5% of Tesla shield HP, so it was not noticed by a lot of people, so I'm pointing it out that your Tesla shields are nerfed by 5% from their HP, which shouldn't be a huge issue, but yeah, it's a change. There were some balancing changes, which states that every ship has their agility increased. So if I look at my shooter stats, we can see my speed is maxed, ship agility and turret agility is all maxed. So the speed depends on your turbo and your talents. Obviously it wasn't included in the update, but your agility is what was increased with this update. So all of your ships will have increased agility. Okay, so one of the settings they added was the camera related steering. I've used it and I'm not a great fan of it, because it's not only that I use the other one and I'm a fan of that, and this one is just too confusing for my taste, so I definitely prefer the other one, and I'll show you why. Okay, so here's with that setting, and as you can see, let's check out our ship first. As you can see now, this new setting, the controls are a bit, it's not for me. I'm not a good fan of it. Once you get into battle, it gets tricky according to the situation. And it's just not for me. As you can see, it's not bad. You just have to remember at what angle and where your ship is facing, basically, because at what your turret is aiming, that's how the green icon changes. You can see I'm looking at front, and the top one is at top. That's the one that shows you going front. That shows you going front, the back, and this is the side to side, but it doesn't turn like that. You have to like keep it in front. Like, I still struggle with it. It's not like it's too hard to understand. It's fine, but I'm not a big fan of it. It's just not ideal for me to use this. It's nice. I'm not saying it's the worst thing that there is, but you just need to remember and keep in track that your ship will turn the central moving icon, and that's how your ship will behave. It's not the hardest, but you can definitely get used to it. It's just tricky. The next setting I'm going to use is the same from the camera related steering, but without reversing. We'll just see how it goes. I'm now using without reverse, and you can see that the left joystick has changed. It's much better, but here's the thing. If you're aiming like this and you're moving front, and you want to take, like, you want to go back, your ship wouldn't. It will take a U-turn and go the other way. So, like the setting says, the reverse is off. So it would make sense. As I was showing, if I am going front and I see a torp coming at me and I want to take it back, I want to take myself back. I can't. It takes a U-turn. So it does take some time before it can make a turn or just go back. So not a great fan of that. I'm really not. Now let's try the original setting I had, which was the rotate camera with ship. The camera automatically follows the movement of the ship, which I used to use, and I still use it. I like the setting and I'm comfortable with it, and you'll see why. Here's the original setting that I've been using since a long time. It's so comfortable, can be worse, and you can just move freely you want. That shield is strong, even though there was a -5% nerf to it. There are still strong shields at the bay. These are so easy, even though they said that it's hard to use the ones that they already provide us. That's why they made the newer ones, so that players will find it easy. I still think this is the easier one. Another issue I found out is that when you're shooting, let's say you shot a couple of shots, I will just show you. Okay, right now it says 15 out of 50. Let's say I shoot 1 and 2. It's 13 out of 50. It doesn't reload. Like, you have to shoot 15 for it to reload. I wish it was like like at the current moment you have 13 out of 15 and it's still reloading at the same time. so you can have max shots, number of shots you can still shoot. It's still a really nice weapon. I love the sound, I love the way it works, the way it fires. It's perfect. I just wish it did more damage than what it does now. Okay, so here's another feature they added. It's pretty OP, and it's called the Autopilot. Now the reason why I call it OP, let's say you're in a 1v1 situation and you don't know where the other person is, just turn on Autopilot. It will take you, as they say in their notes, the update notes, it says that it takes a ship where the action is. You see, I didn't know where she was, but due to the autopilot, it took me to where the action was. So that's pretty OP in my opinion. Like, let's imagine a situation where you're 1v1 a speeder, or you're the speeder and you're 1v1ing the shooter or whatever ship it is, and you have a bandit on you and you need to go back, fall back to heal. Now what this does is, now the speeder goes back to hide, to heal, but due to the autopilot, it detects where the person is and it takes you there, so it's pretty OP. Those were some nice shots landed. So that's my concern with the autopilot. And if you lock onto the target, like how I am, it follows the target. It's so nice to shoot this weapon, it's so satisfying. I love the sound. What other perks I would like to see? I would like to see a perk, especially for the Gatling gun. It should be like penetrating rounds, like defense penetrating rounds. Oh, autopilot just had a fail moment there. These penetrating rounds. So what other perks that can be used? There aren't much yet. There are released, but not everyone has it right now. What I would like to see is a special perk for the Gatling gun that goes through armor or defense, like defense penetrating rounds or armor piercing rounds. The biggest weakness for the Gatling gun right now is defense. The higher the defense, the lower the damage will be from the Gatling gun. I will show you in a bit, but it would be really nice to see those kind of perks for this that goes to the armor and increases their damage, like a special perk. That would be really nice, but there are lots of possibilities. So I'm not a big fan of the agility, like every ship has max agility. I'm not a big fan of that. Torpedo users will suffer so much because of this. I really hope they have an option where you can, either they decrease the agility for your ships, make it more smooth, or they just have an option where you can just select what kind of agility you want, because it's too much sometimes. Like the way the ships can move now, it's too quick, and the turret is also pretty quick. So I hope they add like an option where you can remove the max agility and put your own. It would be really nice with that option. Many people are suggesting that. I hope they implement it. But there's nothing wrong with max agility right now, because you can do this basically. Like, who would be mad at you seeing you do that? No one. Put your shield on, wait for it to cool down. Look at that. You're a moving turret on your own. Isn't that fun? That's it, and I will summarize this update. The main thing is the new item, the Gatling Gun. It's a really nice item. I love the way it shoots, the way it sounds, but its weakness is the shields. You have the defense on your ships, which will decrease your ship, the Gatling Gun damage, so it basically does nothing. Right now it's pretty weak. I wouldn't suggest using it for ranked matchmaking. Just for fun, like customs, it's okay, but on random matchmaking or ranked, it won't be helpful. We will have to wait for perks. As of now, I know there's a range perk for it. There is, I think there's a range perk for it, but I'm pretty sure there's a burn perk for it, 12% epic, which increases burn damage. I hope there's a standard 8% epic perk, and I hope they make a special perk for this, which has these defense piercing rounds or armor piercing rounds, which increases the damage or reduces the damage lost when you hit a ship with higher defense. That would be nice. So yep, that's it, and I will see